Bienvenidos, amigos, and welcome back to another episode of More Life Diaries. And today we are doing a walking tour. Yes, another walking tour for you guys. And we're trying to get those steps in, so we will not stop with the walking tour. But in reality, guys, I want to show you guys as many places as possible in PV with no interruption. Just us walking, having a casual conversation, giving you guys some tips along the way, some suggestions, but most importantly, just showing you beautiful places in PV that you might have visited before or that you haven't. Today we're heading all the way up to Gastronómica from Cinco de Diciembre, right around the Mercado del Mar, the fish market here in Cinco, and we're gonna go back down and show you guys the beautiful views along the way, all the way to the Malecon. If you guys remember, it's a walk me and Kathleen did in our last video, 5 tips if you're coming to Puerto Vallarta. Link down in the description below. Go and watch that, a really fun episode. And if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe. It's what helps the channel grow, so we greatly appreciate every single one who have subscribed or the new subscribers. Thank you all so much. Comment down below, guys, where you want us to walk next. We're planning on doing as many places as possible. So let's get to walking, guys. Peace. Right over here, we're looking at Agua Azul on the other side, and we'll be walking further into Cinco de Diciembre. One of the episodes we have coming up, we haven't started to film it yet, is a taco tour. We haven't decided if we're going to do birria or just tacos in general, but walking tour, or sorry, a taco tour right over here in Cinco de Diciembre. So along this street here, there are so many taco stands to choose from, and we plan on trying all of them for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Today is a holiday here in Puerto Vallarta. I don't know if it's like a Mexican holiday. I do believe that it is, but it could affect if the stores are open or not. And I'm planning on walking through the Mercado del Mar, which is coming up. Hopefully it's open, but if it's not, I'll come back another day and show you guys that. A great place to buy fruits, vegetables, obviously seafood, fish. There's restaurants there as well.
esperar la hora.
Hora de la botana.
Sí. ¿Verdad? ¿Qué habla? Hay que bajar aquí, ser unos de 50. Hablarle a la hierba.
seems to be open. Give you guys a quick walkthrough. Again, this is Mercado del Mar, located in Cinco de Diciembre. This place over here is usually where we come. Hola, buenas tardes.
Pues si vienes para esta parte, antes de las 3:30,
Hola, buenas tardes. There's a few carnicerias as well, meat shops, and we will take you guys along with us to buy some fish and seafood next time we come, just so you guys are aware of the prices, share the prices and the experience. Right across the street you have the Panteon, the oldest cemetery in Puerto Vallarta, and this is the area where a lot of the Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead activities begin. A lot of the floats are here, and then they make their way all the way down through Centro, I think Emilio Zapata as well. From 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. the cemetery is open, and it's a beautiful place to come and get a glimpse into this culture. Death is something that is very different in every culture, so it's a really cool place. Straight ahead you have the Playa Camarones, and then this way is also towards the Playa but in hotel zone, so a little bit further out. Now we're beginning to walk uphill in Cinco de Diciembre, and this is a really cool area. There's doesn't seem to be too many hotels or Airbnbs or apartments. This area is very local for the most part until we get a little bit higher. Then it does become kind of like a boutique hotel type of area, but this area is very nice. The walk itself is not difficult, but it is very uphill. As I mentioned, there's no better way to explore a new town, a new city than to walk. Just bring comfortable walking shoes and go for an early morning walk every day, and you'll get a glimpse into the culture of what people do, where people go, where to eat. Right now we're midday, so it's very hot. And I had to wear a long sleeve because I got absolutely burnt yesterday at the beach. So it's not helping. You walk down here, that takes you to one of the main highways here, Libramiento, or El Tunel, as locals like to call it. There's a bus stop right down there. We basically live across the street from that, and then we just keep going up this way. The reason that we know the area up here a little bit is when we first moved to PV, we stayed at an Airbnb for a month. And a funny story was, like, we were reading comments, everyone was saying it's beautiful. It's like somewhat of an uphill walk, but it's about 15 to 20 minutes to the beach. So we're like, wow, that's not bad at all. A great price, or a good price that we thought. Cheaper than the other things on Airbnb for sure. And yeah, we didn't expect it to be all the way up the hill. Like the highest anyone lives in PV. So it's very isolating unless we drove places. We prefer to walk. But it was so high with the kids that such a challenge. We would just have to drive everywhere. There's also nothing up here in terms of like tiendas. So just to get groceries was a little bit of a challenge. We'd frequent the Mercado that I just showed you guys, but walking back up the hill with all the groceries was very difficult. Up here there's a hotel, I believe, called Las Vistas. I think it's a hotel and not condos. Could be both, but if ever you're looking it up and the prices look good, just know that it's a hike. What we do miss about living up here is how quiet it is. Like, so quiet. I'm gonna try to show you guys this view. This is the hotel, Las Vistas. I'm sure in terms of hotels, this is probably one of the best views in the city. But quite a hike to get to and from here. Some beautiful plants up here as well. We used to take a lot of Ubers living up here, and it was fairly cheap. You're paying about like 60 to 80 pesos depending on the time, but a lot of them didn't like coming up here or taxis. There used to be a lot more construction on the road on the way up here, but depending on the way you take, it's quite challenging for cars. It definitely put a lot of wear and tear on my car getting in and out of here. Sorry for the walking sound. It's like gravel and dirt here. Straight ahead is our old hood, the old neighborhood. The place we stayed at was very nice, renovated. A lot of these aren't. And they look a little run down from the outside, but Some of them are renovated on the inside, but this is like a really tucked away, isolated neighborhood here in PV. And again, we're in Gastronómica. On the sign here that I'm about to show you guys, it says Gastronómico, but on the map it says Gastronómica. No sé la diferencia. We'll show you guys the old neighborhood. Buenas tardes. I feel like I'm walking with cleats. This is the old apartment right here, right down here. It's a special place. First got here, we didn't know what was going on. Arriving to PV, such a crazy time. Some good memories though. Just the view. So basically straight ahead is Santa Maria area. That's where the Saturday market is. Every Saturday, the Tianguis, where we featured it a lot on our channel. But yeah, right now we're looking north. This is the park here, a very Mexican park. And when we mean Mexican park is because most of them are like this, metal, paint chipping off, very hot during the day, rusted. A lot of people ask us if like we've ever had or noticed a mosquito issue. And the only place we really noticed the mosquito issue was living up here. We used to get bit all the time. A lot of bites. Very itchy times. Otherwise, honestly hasn't been that bad. So, with the exception of like the odd bite here and there, but that's basically it. And we've gone through every season. Super quiet. Up here is also, I believe it's down this road, where a place called Terra Noble is. Terra Noble is a popular place for yoga. They do yoga retreats, events, amongst like many other things, very holistic things. For all you yogis out there, look up Terra Noble. And it just like, it's all opened up. Amazing view of PV. It's a beautiful place. We've never been. We wanted to go and do yoga maybe someday, but we haven't been yet. It's funny because it just smells completely different up here. Every area kind of has a different smell to it. You can just smell the trees. The air seems a little bit fresher up here. Hola. Says there's a restaurant here called Las Carmelitas, a little bit higher. We tried looking it up one time. The gate's always closed. And we tried looking it up one time, and it had very few reviews, and most of them were bad. So I think it's a great spot, but I don't even know if it's still open because the gate just always seems shut there. It's a really random place to have a restaurant. Like, the view's probably amazing, but it's such a hike to get up here. If you get up here and you want a taxi or Uber back, it's a headache. And right here, talking about smells, smells like garbage. There's a really bad area here. People just dump garbage. I don't even know where the garbage really comes from, because there's not much up here, but it just smells like a dump. So all these construction materials, roofing, garbage. And there's a sign that says "No tira basura" right above it. It's really unfortunate because a lot of greenery up here. There's also a lot of trees that have been knocked down, fallen over, so there's not really any upkeep, but despite that, it's still beautiful. Another little garbage spot. Smells funky. So over here we're pulling up to a roundabout, and on the left hand side is a street going back down towards the Libramiento, the highway that I mentioned before. And there are a bunch of businesses there. Like when we first moved in, there was kind of a new business development. I do wonder what's down there now. It's kind of a random place to have businesses, but at least it's convenient because it's right off the Libramiento, right down there. And then right down here is the way back to, or I mean, it's all part of Cinco de Diciembre, but it's the way back towards the Malecon. And up here in Cinco de Diciembre is where you'll find a lot more condos, boutique hotels. But honestly, the hike to get up here is even harder than the one we just took to get up to Gastronómica. I don't think that whenever we try to capture hills and how difficult they are on camera, that it does them justice. But yeah, just looking straight out, that head all the way down. It's even hard to just walk down the hill. That's how steep it is. Yeah, we used to walk this every now and then with the kids and the wagon. And one time I pulled the wagon all the way up the hill and I couldn't walk for 3 days because it was a very difficult challenge for me. A lot of construction on this side as well, but again, when you're staying up the hill like this, like, your view is unreal. There's a lot of nice places up here. Hey. All of these are just really nice apartments, condos, a few boutique hotels. I would not recommend staying up here, but if you're single or a young couple, it's doable. Won't be a big deal if you guys like walking. But families, older folk, it's not ideal. This is, I believe, Calle Barcelona Tapas. Really nice tiles along the wall here. If you go straight down that street, you'll end up kind of back where we came from, the same like general area. And if you go down here, we end up in Centro at Playa Camarones, are very close to. Buenas tardes. There's actually a separate name for the beach down here. It's the one that is right off of the Malecon. but I can never remember it, so I just say Playa Camarones, but has its own name. There's some really nice places out here. Like, look at this place here. Airbnb Casa Allende. Wow, it's beautiful. We often call little stores, little corner stores, tiendas, but the correct word is abarrotes. A lot of abarrotes around here, and in our neighborhood as well. Like, these places are amazing to me. Untouched. Probably just like they used to be 50 years ago. Maybe a little fresh paint since then, but buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Right down here, we're actually crossing paths with our walking tour to Mirador de la Cruz. And this is kind of like, we didn't start here, but right around here I showed you a taqueria. Right over here. We walked up this street. All the way up there. This is Taqueria de Birria Alex. Taqueria de Birria Alex. Same street. We'll link down the walking tour in the description if you guys want to go check that out. But delicious birria. We're also working on a Google Maps reference document of MLD approved things to do, places to eat around PV with different categories, tacos de birria being one of them. Group in all the other tacos in another. Other restaurants in another. And we'll link it, and we will, yeah, just leave an honest comment on how the restaurant was, what we recommend. I've already started it, but we've eaten at so many places that it might take me some time to put together. Hola, buenas tardes. Over here on the right hand side is a Cuban restaurant, La Bodeguita, and they have amazing Cuban live music. This is a place where me and Kathleen definitely want to come on a date night, maybe sometime soon, but some nice dancing, salsa classes, Wednesday and Friday 7 to 8, live music every night. And we're on the Malecon, y'all. It's busy. The breakdance crew over there. It's another beautiful day in Puerto Vallarta. Yes, we made it, guys. It's a little bit windy, so sorry in advance for the sound quality, but whew, what a walk. What a walk. A beautiful walk. If you can get out and get this walk done when you're here, you will not be disappointed. It's a great way to see other places that you wouldn't otherwise see when coming to Puerto Vallarta. Guys, if you like these walking tours, comment down below where you'd like to see me walk next. If you're new here and you made it this far, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? And on that note, we will catch you guys in our next video. We appreciate every single one of you as always. This is our journey. More Live Diaries. Peace.